English has way too many letters, so I decided to take it upon myself to simplify to the bare minimum in the quest to find out what is the least amount of letters you need in the English alphabet. So let's get right into the optimizations. Okay, I have a Google document in front of me with all the letters, and we're going to try to get the English alphabet to as few letters as possible while still being able to speak English. So first things first, we're just going to get rid of all the uppercases because you really don't need them. And most people don't text with uppercases anyways, so let's just get rid of them all. And okay, that already looks so much better, doesn't it? But we're trying to get down to the least amount of letters as possible. So let's start getting rid of letters that we do not need. First off, we don't need the letter W because instead of typing W, we can use two V's. So instead of typing how are you, we could spell it like this. So that's one letter down. Go get rid of X. You could simply use KS, for example, in explore, and well, instead of spelling xylophone with an X, just spell it with a Z, and that just looks so much better anyway. Next is C. It either makes a K or an S sound. So for example, if we're going to say I can't, we'd simply spell it I can, which is so much better. And if we're talking about the ceiling, well, we could just spell that ceiling, so much better. But what about words like Chinook? Well, we could just spell Chinook with an SH instead, and that works pretty well. But then the word church doesn't work. And my solution to that is to use a K instead. It's just genius. So instead of church, we have church, except with K's. So KH is the same thing as CH. Next, we could get rid of Q because it is another useless letter. In the word quest, we could simply spell that quest. It's literally the same thing. KW literally replaces it. So now we only have 22 letters left, but we can do even better. We could get rid of N and spell M with two N's instead. So if we're going to spell money, we would spell it, which is just beautiful. And now it's starting to get sort of hard to get rid of letters because these letters are pretty useful. However, there's an extreme change we can make. We could get rid of all vowels. That's right. Now you may be wondering, well, that doesn't make any sense. You literally need them. However, the thing is you actually don't. You may be wondering, how are we supposed to make even a basic sentence with this? Well, let me just show you. We can take the common sentence, how are you? How are you supposed to spell that without vowels? But it's pretty easy. We just spell it without vowels. Replace the W with a W. And even though I removed most letters, you can easily tell what this says. Let's do a more complex sentence like this. Now let's transform it into our alphabet. And see, even if I remove this, you can tell what this says, which means that we have achieved P, and there are no more optimizations we can do. So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe. If you disagree with this video, please leave a comment because it's just free engagement. That's it for this time, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.